Hi, everyone. One question I get asked a lot is how is the real estate market doing? Well, with everything going on in the world right now, that question might be more relevant than ever. I'm Jeff Gould. Please join me as I take a look at what's going on in the current real estate market in FishHawk Ranch, located in Lithia, Florida. We'll look at the current market stats. I will talk about what I feel like is going on in the market and where the market is heading. So what we're looking at in this slide are the total closed home sales for Lithia, Florida year over year. So basically we're looking at the year 2008 through 2019. Basically in this part here, 2008 through 2011 was our real estate crash. Total closed home sales were extremely low at that point. From 2012 and 13, really, you were looking at the institutional buyers buying. So your big hedge funds were buying a lot of homes in here. So your Invitation Homes, your Colony American Homes, American Homes for Rent, they were all buying in this part here. As the yield got worse, so basically their investment got worse, they started to back off a little bit. Because prices were rising and rents weren't quite rising as fast. So you notice the sales drop here a little bit. And then you have your regular retail market buyers start joining in here, 2016, 17. I think we start seeing a lack of homes for sale in 2018, 2019. Hence, you start seeing a drop off in total closed sales a little bit. The next slide will be total closed homes by month in Lithia, Florida. These are all single family homes again. This is month by month. Keep in mind that our busy season really for closings, April, May, June. All right. Most families like to move while the kids are out of school. So you kind of get April, May, June, a little in July. And then once August hits, school's back in session and it kind of drops off for a little while. So you'll notice here, January, February, March of last year, all pretty low. And then we come over this year, January, February, and all of a sudden March jumps up, which is a big jump and a surprising jump considering COVID started in here. But that's for closings. COVID really started to affect April, May more so than January, February, March. So I can tell you from my business, which was booming December, January, and February, that this number probably makes a lot of sense. April, May way down. June takes a big jump, but compared to last year, not that big. You can see here that May of this year was down 37.3% from last year. That's a pretty big number. And then June was down 13.7% from last year. I think both sellers and buyers were pretty fearful at this point of going to look at homes and, putting their homes on the market and having buyers coming through their house. Next slide here are basically the new listings per month in Lithia, Florida. And you can see big drop again, November into January, which is expected because of the holiday season. But then we had a really big drop here, which was the start of COVID. And I think, again, everybody was real fearful about putting their homes on the market at this point. And I truthfully can't blame them. We are doing a lot better safety-wise. We have safety precautions in place, doing things like home videos and 3D Matterports, which is a 3D interactive walkthroughs to be able to mitigate some of the risk on the listing side. I also added in here, March was down 24%, April was down 16%, and May was down 23%. These are all from compared to last year as far as new listings are concerned. These are really big numbers, and I think we're going to see that going forward. That's a pretty big effect on our total number of listings. So these are our total active listings year over year. You'll notice really there's just a trend down year over year on what's going on. And there it is. And I hope this levels out at some point because this is pretty scary at this point. We're really right around a two-month supply of homes, and that's not healthy for the market. Again, here's our total active inventory by month. This doesn't bother me as much as this, right? So During the holiday season, you kind of expect not a lot of people to have their houses on the market. They have better things to do, family over, preparing for the holidays. This is our busy time of year right here. So March, April, May, you really expect this number to get back up here. Never got there. I think COVID scared away a lot of buyers, or scared away a lot of sellers, and the buyers were still buying, believe it or not, but just not enough houses to sell. Next slide, and basically Lithia, Florida, annual single-family homes again, average sold price with a percentage change from last year. So average sold price isn't necessarily a great indicator of what's going on in the market, just because if more lower price houses sell in one period or more higher price houses sell in one period, it's going to change this number. So I like to throw in there the month percent change just to see what's going on. So as we head back to last year, August 19 over August 18, 8%, 8.6%, a big month here, 24.6%. And then November was down 6.8, 5, 15.9, 5. Now March, again, COVID started here, minus 5.3%. April, surprisingly enough, up 11%, and then May down 3.6%. This is a slide I like to use more so than average price. So to me, median sold price per square foot tells a lot more of a story than the average price, right? Keep in mind that your lower price houses are generally going to be a little higher price per square foot than your higher price houses, just because the lower priced houses, you have to factor in the land and the build and all that. So basically, without a house and impact fees, without a house, there's a cost to the property. Add a house on, that cost starts to get spread out a little bit. So I don't break it down by price range, but I do look at the median here. So if we look here, these are basically the median sold prices for June of 19 compared to June of 20. And this is no pool. So basically we're up around $8 a square foot from last year to this year. And our median sold price in FishHawk, this is FishHawk, our median sold price is $145.07, and that's without a pool. So pool homes, interestingly enough, up about $10 a square foot. All right, so what's the difference? Well, my guess is that the FishHawk Ranch amenities were closed for a while, so our pools were closed for a while, and I think it kind of pushed homes with pools a little bit more. I noticed with my own clients that they seem to be looking for pools more than usual. So again, 2019, $154.29 a square foot. 2020, $164.58 a square foot. So this is a pretty big jump. We'll have to keep an eye on it next month, see what it does. Next slide, our pending home sales. Basically, that's kind of what was under contract and a good indicator of what's going to be closing. So this is for Lithia, Florida. And you can see this is going back a year. So big ramp up here, pending January, February. Again, these, like I said, it was just absolutely booming at this point. And then you start to see COVID, and then why from April to May, a huge jump in pending homes into June. And truthfully, I think that a lot of buyers were starting to see inventory levels come down, not a lot of new homes hitting the market. It is our busy time of year. So I do think that we saw a lot of stuff going under contract, getting ready to close. I apologize. This chart is a little busy, but it kind of tells a big story. So this is Lithia, Florida, single family homes, and this is basically month supply of homes. So month supply of homes, if no homes get listed in this amount of months, there will be 0 homes for sale in that price range, right? So that's in theory. That never happens. New homes are always listed. Not every home is going to sell, but it kind of gives us an idea of what's going on. So you'll notice that in the 100 to 200,000 price range, there are absolutely no single family homes for sale. So nothing for sale in that range right now. 6 homes did sell over the last 6 months. So our supply in homes are 0. So if you're looking for a single family home, 100 to 200,000, there's just nothing available right now. So 201,000 to 300,000, a 1.2 month supply, 300,000 to 400,000, a 2.6 month supply, 400 to 500, 2.7, 500 to 600, 2.1, and then 2.2, 3.0, 4.5, 1.5, 4.8. And then the average for all of them is 2.3 right now. And Lithia right now is a little higher than the rest of Hillsborough County. And I think that we did get a few more homes listed than Hillsborough County did, but this is still a really low supply. So to put it into context for you, a very low supply of homes is 0 to 3 month supply, low 3 to 4, moderate, which is 4 to 7, a balanced market, which I'd really love to see at some point. We haven't seen it in years. 5 to 6 months, high 7 to 8 months, and very high 9+ months. We have nothing high, nothing very high. Hillsborough County actually in the higher price ranges do have some high range, but at this point we have some moderate and everything else is very low. Really, it indicates a strong seller's market. Going forward, I do hope there's some new inventory hitting the market for sure. So looking at the market report, you can see that we're still in a strong seller's market. Inventory levels about 2 months supply. Buyer demand is really high and mortgage rates are historically low. So that all adds up to a lot of buyer demand, not a lot of houses to sell, and prices are getting pushed higher. I am concerned about the lack of inventory. I don't see anything coming up in the near future that's going to change it much. I am hopeful, but I don't really see anything that's going to push the inventory much higher right now. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Thank you for watching the video. Once again, my name is Jeff Gould. Have a great day.